Most men are easy to read. Not because they're weak, because they're predictable. They react when expected. They speak when pressured. They reveal exactly what they think before anyone has to ask. And the moment someone can predict you, they don't have to respect you. They just have to position around you. Predictable men are not dangerous. They are manageable. But the most dangerous men in any room? You cannot read them. You cannot time them. You never know what they're going to do next. Today, the art of strategic unpredictability. Why the man who cannot be read cannot be controlled. The brain's first job is not to think, it's to predict. When someone can predict your behavior, your tone, your reactions, your next move, their nervous system relaxes. They know where you stand. They know how far they can push. They know what will trigger you. And once they know that, they don't fear you. They manage you. This is how most men lose power without realizing it. They answer immediately. They explain themselves constantly. They react emotionally to the slightest pressure. Every one of those actions sends the same signal. I operate on a pattern you can learn. And if someone can learn your pattern, they can control you before the conversation even starts. Predictability feels like honesty. It isn't. It's exposure. And exposure, in high-stakes environments, is weakness. There is one thing the human brain cannot tolerate. Uncertainty. Not pain, not failure. Uncertainty. When someone cannot predict you, something shifts. Their attention increases. Their behavior becomes more careful, because now they're not influencing you, they're trying to understand you. And the moment that shift happens, the power dynamic has already changed. Confusion creates caution, and caution creates respect. High-status men across every hierarchy share one trait. They do not react on cue. They pause, they observe. They respond only when they decide. Not because they don't feel pressure, but because they refuse to let pressure dictate behavior. That refusal breaks expectation, and broken expectations, repeated consistently, make you unpredictable. Unpredictability, when controlled, is not chaos, it is dominance. This is not random behavior. This is controlled disruption of expectation. 5 laws, each one simple, none of them easy. Law 01. Break the expected reaction. You've handed someone a remote control the moment your reactions become predictable. They press frustration, you react. They press pressure, you crack. They press silence, you rush to fill it. The fix. Do not react how you are expected to. Someone provokes you. Pause. Someone pressures you. Slow down. Someone expects emotion. Give them neutrality. The moment your reaction breaks expectation, their control disappears. Law 02. Strategic silence. Silence is not passive. It is pressure. When you act and immediately explain, you close the loop. When you act and stay silent, the loop stays open. And an open loop in the human mind is impossible to ignore. They ask, why did he do that? What does this mean? Now they're engaged, without any effort from you. What you don't say builds more power than what you do. Law 03. Withhold information. Most men overshare because they want to be understood. They explain every decision, every intention. In doing that, they hand over a complete map of themselves. The man who withholds controls the narrative, not by lying, by refusing to reveal everything. Because once people have the full picture, the mystery ends. And when mystery ends, so does your leverage. Law 04. Irregular presence. If you are always available, always responsive, always reachable, you become expected. And what is expected depreciates. The unpredictable man controls his presence. his time is not commanded by external demand. That irregularity creates one thing: anticipation. And where there is anticipation, there is value. Scarcity creates attention. Irregularity creates value. Law 05. Emotional neutrality. Your emotions are signals. Most men broadcast them constantly. Anger, frustration, validation seeking, all visible, all readable, all predictable. The man who stays emotionally neutral becomes impossible to decode. Not cold, not disconnected, controlled. Because if no one can see what moves you, no one knows how to move you. At a certain point, something changes. People stop trying to influence you and start observing you. They study your reactions, test your responses, look for patterns. When they fail, something happens most men never experience. People begin to adjust to you. Not because you demanded it, because they cannot predict you. And humans instinctively restructure around what they cannot control. The man who cannot be read becomes the man others revolve around. This is not loud power. This is silent control of the frame. This is not a tactic. It becomes your operating system. Start with awareness. Notice your patterns, where you react too fast, where you over-explain, where you share too much, just to feel understood. Install the pause. Before every reaction, create space. Just enough to break the automaticity. Detach from being understood. You don't need everyone to get you. That need drives most men to over-explain and overperform. And finally, slow down when others speed up. Because speed is reaction, control is always slower than chaos. The man who moves slow in chaos is the man everyone watches. Most men spend their lives trying to be understood, explaining themselves, proving themselves. And in doing that, they become predictable. Predictable men are easy to replace, easy to dismiss, easy to control. But the man who cannot be read? He doesn't reveal everything. He doesn't react on command. He doesn't follow patterns others can trace. And because of that, he becomes something rare. Not loud, not obvious, but dangerous in a way most people cannot name, only feel. If they can't read you, they can't control you. Stay silent. Stay unpredictable. And watch how the room adjusts without you saying a word.